Hello, my name is Sydney Pepper. Tonight I'll be talking about the issues I see in the child welfare system in America, and particularly in Butte County, from what I've seen and experienced. So I'll start with some statistics. So right now, there are 463,000 children in foster care, and the number of children in foster care has tripled in the past 20 years, which has been primarily based on substance abuse, particularly methamphetamine. And California has the largest population of foster care youth. Also, 65% of previous foster care children have or will emancipate out of the system, or basically age out of the system without a place to live, which means that any past experiences or training while they were in the care, which could be little to none, stops once they age out of the system. And the age just turned from 18 to 21 recently, but still, if you've grown up in foster care your whole life and you've probably had a pretty rough upbringing, you might not have the skills that it requires to just move out on your own all of a sudden, and you have to figure it out. Less than 3% of previous foster children go to college, and 51% of them are unemployed, and they make up 30% of the U.S.'s homeless population. So I think that a very large problem here in Butte County is that there aren't enough foster homes, which I'm not quite sure how to make more people want to be foster parents or foster families, but there clearly needs to be more because of the demand and how much it is increasing. On the same subject, though, I think that it's important that people have enough training to be a foster parent, because I think that a lot of these people aren't qualified for what they do. And I know that a lot of the commercials or ads you see on the radio say that they don't need perfection, they just need love, they just need a place of stability, which is true, but I also think that with some of, the increase in problems in foster children, such as, mental problems and huge behavioral problems due to neglect and abuse, these people need to be trained for adequately, and I don't know if there needs to be more of a certification process or more training once they get their certification, but I know that I've been in homes where these parents were taking on mentally disabled children, which, at least they had a place to be loved and that they were cared for, but they needed more help. These parents had no idea what they were doing, how to discipline these children, or anything like that. And even if you try to reach out through, the school system, a lot of times there's wait lists that will take months for the child to even be examined or looked at, and then after that, there still isn't very much help. So, I think that another problem is abusive foster homes, and it's surprisingly more common than you would think. The statistics were all over when I was looking it up, but just the fact that there are abusive foster homes goes back again to the qualifications or training or something, or certification needs to change and able to be a foster parent, because I don't understand how these people who are abusing these children, all mentally, physically, sexually, are able to put on a show and a charade, and these children are being more abused sometimes than they were in their homes before they were put in the system. And then the last thing I want to talk about, which is just one of the main problems also, is that the amount of children assigned per caseworker is ridiculous. I don't know how. The suggested number for children per caseworker is 17, and that right there is way too many to me, but I know there aren't enough caseworkers. And so in California, that number, 17, is tripled and sometimes quadrupled, and that is just way too many children to be trying to find resources for and everything. So this results in a huge turnover rate for the child welfare workforce, and the turnover rate in California is more than 70%, because these workers just get too burnt out and too tired and leave their jobs prematurely. So those are the main issues that I see in the child welfare system. So, yeah, hopefully something will change soon. Thank you for listening.